I don't want to eat with that guy. He's a dork. I mean, look at him. He's a giant dork. Looks like a lump of shit that someone left on the sidewalk.
Charlie, come on.
Isn't it? He's a dork. Tell him he's not a dork.
Charlie, I'm pretty sure he can hear you.
Episode of What the Hell Happened to Them? Adam Sandler Saga pushes on. With me, thankfully, is Joe, Count Chocula Vekeman.
Halloween, okay.
Joe, Halloween is right around the corner. It won't be by the time you listen to this.
Maybe next year.
But right now, it's coming around the corner. We have a very busy Thursday night. We're not going to be able to do most of
the things that we really want to do.
The thing we can't really do. It's going to be a crazy Thursday. The Shining at the Dedham Community Theater.
Oh, wow. That sounds
such a good theater, Joe. It's like a nicer Zoetrope. Like, that's what it is. It's this old opera house, and they turn it into a movie theater. I know, Joe. I feel bad.
Can we just cancel everything we have to do?
No, I have to do the horror showcase. I have to. It's good exposure.
I mean, I really want to see Anomalisa, but...
I know. Listen, like I said, it could be there next year, all right, Joe? It's not going to be the only time.
Why isn't it playing on Halloween?
Because I think they want to show the other movies, Joe. They want to show Jarby Jobs, and they want to show Gemalems, and they want to show...
They're not showing Paranormal Activity.
They want to show Ghost Men. They only have 2 screens at this place, Joe.
What else are they playing?
You know what they're playing?
Uh-oh.
Time Out of Mind.
That's weird.
I know.
Because it's on demand.
Just for this week, they're playing it.
That's weird.
They're doing that. I think they're doing Grandma.
Oh.
And they're doing one other thing. They're getting ready for They're getting ready for The Room too.
Wait, the room or room?
Room. They're getting ready for Room.
They're getting ready to bring in.
They're not going to bring a tire yourself. So it's Room. The Room movie.
Yeah, no, Room movie. The movie.
No, it's
hashtag Room the movie.
The movie Room. So I'm going to say The Room movie.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
You're going to see some...
Yes, you do.
Lisa, you're tearing me apart!
All right, and I am Patrick Scale, and of course, on the audio boards is Lev Ram Rensselaer. I think in the last episode I forgot to thank him as well, so thank you.
He knows it.
Thank you for Click Lev. The audience needs to know it. And thank you for doing this movie, which, by the way, Joe, is...
Reign Over Me.
Reign Over Me.
Adam Sandler, 9/11.
The 2006 Adam Sandler 9/11 movie. 2000, Jesus. The 2007 Adam Sandler movie, written and directed by Michael Binder, with a performance by Michael Binder, produced by Michael Binder's maybe father or a brother.
Jack Binder.
I think
it's Binder.
I think it's Binder because that's what it looks like. Well, whatever. Lev, what is it? Oh, you slipped me off. Thank you, Lev. All right.
He can't just
Joe.
Phonetically.
Yeah, it is. I guess not. Sorry, Lev. I just thought you were good at this stuff.
The second screen.
Why don't you do your research? Don't mind me if I didn't do my research. Joe, what's the synopsis of the movie?
Adam Sandler's family died on the way home?
No. They were going to L.A. from Boston. They went to Boston.
I thought they were...
to visit like an aunt.
Yeah.
Then they were going to go to L.A. and he was going to meet them in L.A. But the plane leaving from Boston is one of the ones that hit the towers.
I thought they were going from Boston back to New York.
I don't think so. His story was confusing.
It was
a very
confusing.
long monologue.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. The tagline of this movie is worthless.
Oh, hold on. Can I look at it?
It is a nonsense. It is like the most useless generic tagline ever.
All right. The tagline. Do you remember the tagline?
It's like live every day as if it's the best day of your life.
Yep, that's almost exactly word for word.
First of all,
like it's the best day of your life.
Like that's not even. I thought maybe that'd be like I saw that before I put the movie. I'm like I've seen this movie once before. I'm like I don't remember that being relevant at all.
Oh, I guess the best days of his life are playing Shadows of Colossus.
So but nobody says it in the movie. It's not a theme of the movie. So it feels to me like a movie where you just had to come up with one really quickly.
I thought the theme of this movie was that Don Cheadle was having this awkward non-affair with the person at the dentist's office.
That he then sets up with Adam Sandler at the end of this movie.
I did not understand what was happening there.
Yeah, it's like
it went on for a very long time.
Yeah, but no, that I bought. Like that. This movie's okay. Like,
no, it's not. I liked Click. I hated this movie.
I would pick this over Click every day of the week.
Good God, no. The only good thing about this movie was Sandler.
Sandler's pretty good in this movie. I agree.
He's fantastic.
Like, no, but for as sloppily expositional as this movie can be and as a little lazy as this movie can be at times, the ending, I think, is a moment where it could have wrapped everything up neat and tidy and been, like, done. But they know they can't because that's not what PTSD is. So I like this movie kind of has this non-resolution. He's not going to go to the insane asylum, but he's got a lot of work to do to recover, and I kind of like that. Like Don Cheadle couldn't just leave him in the room with the girl and then happily ever after. Like Adam Sandler's still extremely nervous and paranoid and stuff, so the girls are sitting up there. Like that feels like it's trending in the right direction, but it's going to be many years. But those two people who have suffered different forms of loss are going to be able to find comfort in each other, and Don Cheadle can learn from that. I kind of like that this movie didn't take easy answers when it very much could have. This is like Click could have had me respected at the end with a cool ending.
But didn't do
that. Just said, hey, everything's fixed. The end.
All right.
But this movie I do have respect because of its ending.
All right. And my first note, going back to
the note you're bragging about.
I'm not bragging.
You're telling about how great your first note was. Go on.
The DVD opens with a Click commercial.
It does. Oh my God, it did. Oh my God, it did. It blew my mind. That was in my notes too. Promo for Click on DVD. That's my first note.
That's what my first note
Fun
is.
fact, Joe. There used to be a movie distributor in Franklin.
Oh?
And one of the films they distributed was Reign Over Me.
Oh.
It was a movie that they were charged with distributing. They were the distributor for this movie.
Oh, wow.
How crazy is that?
That's crazy.
They're not there anymore.
Well, because this movie did not do well.
Nah, they had
my God, we didn't even do the box office for Click.
All right, we'll do it now.
Yeah,
real quick.
I got it real quick. Hold on.
Real quick. We can stitch this in there.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
So Click, because no, we can just leave it on for this one because
no.
Well, no, it ties in very nicely to how much Reign Over Me made.
All right, fine.
So Click made domestic total.
Yeah.
Oh well, the budget was 82.5.
Yep.
Which is. I kind of understand.
For Click?
There was a lot of
there are a lot of CGI. There's a lot of CGI in that movie. You're right.
It kind of made sense.
Academy Award nominated makeup.
Yeah, it kind of made sense that this had a kind of a bigger budget. I mean, still way too much.
80 is too much, but fine. I buy it. Okay, you got to pay for Christopher Walken. You got to pay for Adam Sandler. So fine.
Yeah, I would have said maybe 50 would have been more in the realm of that makes a
You
could
have made that movie for 50. You could have done it. You might have been able to do it for 40. I'm thinking.
Okay, so yeah, 82.5 million.
Yeah.
It domestically totaled at. For Click, $137 million.
Yeah.
And
if it lost money, it probably didn't lose that much.
Hold up,
when P&A gets brought in.
Do you want to know how much the foreign made?
It can't be much. It's comedy, right?
$100 million.
Just in the foreign box office?
Foreign box office.
Holy crap!
Worldwide, $237 million.
Oh my God!
Sandler is a bona fide worldwide movie star.
Sandler can't be beat.
This is his first huge foreign box office movie.
I guess
it almost mirrored the U.S. box office.
I guess you're right. Like the Click, the father beats, all that stuff, the family stuff. That hits.
I'm telling you.
It's a dumb idea, but it hits.
Where is it? I got so first weekend in release made $40 million for Click.
Okay.
And it was number one. And it had zero competition.
What was it up against?
It was up against Cars, which was in its third weekend release.
Yeah, I still pick that movie though. I mean, it's like the weakest one, but still.
But it's in its third weekend release.
Yeah, I don't know. Those movies get weird. I mean, look at The Martian, fourth weekend, it's number one.
Nacho Libre.
That movie's awful.
Was in his second weekend release.
So bad.
The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Different audiences though.
And the Lake House.
The magic time travel mailbox.
Oh, whoa! Spoilers.
Oh, shut! That's the plot of the movie.
The Breakup. Garfield: A Tale of Two Kitties.
The second Garfield movie.
The Da Vinci Code.
Well, how many weeks was that in?
That was in for 6.
That was
number
a big
10.
deal movie.
And number 9 was X-Men: The Last Stand.
Oh, the terrible X-Men.
Yeah, the worst one.
Out of the 7 of them there have been.
Yeah, and then And its second week in release, it was number 3 because of Superman Returns and The Devil Wears Prada.
Fine. Devil Wears Prada still holds up.
It does? I've never seen it.
It still holds up. That was pretty good. I think Glenn Close got a nomination for that, and I buy it. I buy it. She's good.
You mean Meryl Streep?
I think that's Glenn Close.
No, it's Meryl Streep in
Really?
Devil Wears Prada.
Okay, well, I'm less impressed.
Against Anne Hathaway.
Well, guess what? I'm less impressed then because Meryl Streep always gets nominated.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter when she could be in Garfield A Tale of Two Kitties, she'd get nominated.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway and Emily Blunt, and I've never seen the movie.
I don't know.
I kind of want to see it because people talk about it. It's good.
Go look it up.
So, while we're on the subject of box office, Reign Over Me.
Reign Over Me.
Domestic total.
Yes.
Because really would it play across?
Yeah, that seems very. I don't think people in Taiwan give a shit
Domestic
about 9/11.
total was $19 million on a.
Yeah, but it plowed to play on like 4 screens.
Oh no, it had.
Yeah, you don't even know. You don't even know.
Hold on.
Don't tell me to hold on.
Played on 1,700 screens.
That's pretty good. So that's Ghost Dimension.
Yeah,
that's Ghost Dimension.
And it made more than Ghost Dimension.
Ghost Dimension just started, Joe.
I don't think it has legs.
But it's the last one, Joe. It's the last
Reign Over
one.
Me. Do you want to guess that budget though?
The budget. I thought you just gave me the budget.
No, I gave you the domestic total. 19 million.
That's the whole total. It's not the opening weekend. That's just one. That's all of it.
Oh, it's this is an Adam Sandler 9/11 drama. How do you market this?
You market it as live every day as the best day of your life. That's how you market it, Joe. You market it with a very empty platitude. All right, how much do I think it was made for? All right, with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, and Don Cheadle.
Effects, but Adam Sandler might take a little bit of a cut to do this movie.
I really doubt it.
Yeah.
This seems like him trying to give back to New York and like.
So he could take a cut then, right? If he's trying to give back.
It's an independent movie.
Yeah, so he has to take a cut.
He doesn't do these often. So.
I know. I'm saying. So that's my thought. All right, $45 million.
Oh, 20.
So okay, good. So good.
Yeah.
That's usually what he gets per movie.
And so this wasn't a total flop, but the foreign was $2 million, so it made a worldwide total of $22 million.
Yeah, it was a flop though. Yeah, and advertisements, that's $30 million. That's a good risk though. Like $20 million for this movie. I make this movie for $20 million. There's a good chance it could do well. Right? And then, I don't know, maybe it's...
They don't make these movies anymore, though. Like the $20 million like dramas.
No,
for
and
adults.
they should. Like, they should.
They're so easy to do. And if you put a big name in it, you don't need $100 million adult movies.
You do not. It's so weird Hollywood keeps doing that. Hollywood, stop. If you want to deal with the people going to theaters less, give them cheaper movies. The end.
Okay.
They'll go see them. If they're good, they'll go see them.
This movie came out March 23rd, 2007. It opened in 8th place with $7 million.
How many screens, though?
1,700.
Oh, okay. I don't know. 8th place for half of the country. That's not so bad.
It was opening against TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated movie.
I remember that movie.
Shooter, the Mark Wahlberg weird, like he's got a sniper.
I don't remember that movie.
The Last Mimsy, I don't know what that is. The Hills Have Eyes 2. And Pride, which I don't know what that is.
Pride. I kind of remember Pride. I can't believe they made a second Hills Have Eyes. That's ridiculous.
Also in release that for the top 10 was 300.
Sure.
And Wild Hogs.
Oh, God, Wild Hogs.
Okay. We're done with this now.
All right, but this movie totally feels like an independent movie, though, like a super independent movie. Like it feels a lot of times like actors aren't on the set together. You know, it feels like the locations, they're pretty much using man-made ones, so they're pretty limited by it. There were some things that I think some scenes were hurt by the locations they chose. And then some bad lighting. You know, some really low-key lighting, so there's a lot of film grain showing up on the camera, or...
Oh, for Reign Over Me?
Yeah, or like it's kind of blending in with everything else, so you can't really tell it's lit at all, or like the light being in someone's eye very clearly. They have a key light on them. Like, that's just indie stuff, you know?
No, you were looking at this from, like, how this was filmed.
I'm not even looking at it. Like, it was very easy to notice. Like, it was hard to miss. That was sort of the problem.
I was watching a giant TV and I didn't notice this.
I don't know how you missed it. Like, it's everywhere. It's crazy.
I think I was too focused on how much I did not like the story.
Especially when they're outside. Those shots are blown out. Like, they had a hard time doing anything with lights. It was pretty tough. But I don't find like, for $20 million, I don't, especially when you got Adam Sandler, I don't blame it. And Donald Sutherland for 5 seconds. I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
Don Cheadle.
I don't know. Don Cheadle.
Jada Pinkett-Smith.
I don't know. Don Cheadle's not like a huge star though. Like you could get him for a good price.
Liv Tyler. Possibly. Okay, here's my shots fired.
Yeah.
Possibly Liv Tyler is the worst actress to ever be, like, in existence. Holy shit. I fucking don't like her.
Yeah. It's pew, pew,
oh
pew.
my god. I was
got
just
fired.
Like, I have, like, no empathy for her at all. And she's just...
She doesn't really do anything in this movie.
She's just talking, but the way her voice, like, talks... Ugh! God, it's like I'd rather take a shit than listen to Liv Tyler.
What else? Sometimes people like taking a shit, Joe, all right? Sometimes it feels good.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a more therapeutic experience.
What else has she been in? What else has she been in that seems to be irking you so much?
I really don't seek out Liv Tyler movies.
All right, so
she's in those Lord of the Rings movies.
Really?
Yeah, she's like one of the elves or something.
Oh, whatever then.
Exactly, whatever. Sorry, Liv Tyler.
Yeah.
You're probably a good person. You're just a really terrible actress. Oh my god. And she's in that Leftovers show that I really like.
Oh, yeah, I remember that show.
I don't like when she's on screen in that show. But now her whole gimmick in that right now is that she doesn't talk. So I'm like, oh, this is the best.
They realized they had to play to her strengths.
Yeah. There's this whole cult where none of the people talk, and I don't even think she's in the new season, so I've really lucked out now.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
The opening shot of this movie, the teaser of this movie, is...
Which I closed my eyes for because I was falling... I was like, am I going to watch this or am I going to put this on and fall asleep?
Which also ends up being kind of like the last shot, but with John Cheadle instead of Adam Sandler. Like, these things when they're on the mopeds...
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're kind of, like, irrelevant. Like, I don't...
The moped thing?
Yeah, like for it's a teaser, supposed to set up the movie. You're supposed to know, get a good idea of what the movie's going to be about and stuff. I don't know anything about this movie from watching Adam Sandler walk around. I guess we're going to be in New York, and maybe he's just going to be lonely in New York, and he's going to be hiding because he's looking away from the camera. But I have to really think and pull it apart. I'm not feeling it right away. Like, I have to work a little too hard on that. So I just watch. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch for 2 minutes? It goes on for a while. And then Don Cheadle, at the end of it, he was wearing the moped. I'm thinking, what am I supposed to know about John Cheadle now that he's on the moped? Like, is he a better father now? I mean, I already know that because he said it. He said it on the phone. He said, I'm going to be a better father now.
Oh.
Like, so what is the point of him on the moped? I don't get it. It's the same shot at the beginning. So now is he supposed to be... like looking away from us and hiding from us. Like, I don't get it. What are you doing, Michael Binder? Like, what is your plan?
Binder.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll find out. Michael Binder, if you ever listen to this, you just write us in and tell us how to spell your name.
I think it's Binder.
Sugarman, if you ever figure out that was his character's name. If you ever, Sugarman, the lawyer, the tax guy.
I really like...
You were paying very little attention to
my notes, I have good notes, I think.
But I think this is the movie I wrote the most notes for.
Whoa.
I don't know why. Maybe because it's one of the longest movies he has. It's like 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Told you, dude. Funny people.
Oh, well,
2 hours,
right. Maybe that'll be long too.
35 minutes long. And that's not even the extended cut that's on the Blu-ray.
Well, it's just Apocalypse Now. Like, that's what Funny People is. That's what it is.
It's the Apocalypse Now for stand-up comedy.
It's going to be so long.
It's such a fun movie for the first hour.
So long. All right.
It really goes off the rails.
So anyway, point of my story is I really don't like these things on the moped. I don't get it at the end.
One of my notes is just something that happens in the movie. Lost his family. They die in a plane crash.
Like, this movie...
and the plane crash is 9/11.
This movie could have benefited from like a Hitchcockian model of suspense. Like
I want this type of suspense?
Yeah, like Don Cheadle being... Not overt thriller type suspense, but suspense for the audience. We're trying to figure out what's going on. Like, I want to see... John Cheadle should be...
Don Cheadle?
Stop it, Joe. It's not funny.
What did you have? You were watching that Patriots game? What were you eating? You didn't have brain food, that's for sure.
No, it was a lot of crap. It was the official pizza of the New England Patriots.
Oh, that sounds delicious,
That's
though.
what it was. It was, but we pull out a victory. It was close for a while there.
Wait,
we did it.
They won again?
We won again,
6-0?
6 in a row. I think Green Bay's going to be 7-0, though. So, like, and the Broncos have, I think everybody has a bye week now. So I think we'll all be tied up, but We pulled it off. Joe, we did it.
Jeez Louise.
We did it. We can't be stopped.
Every year.
The defense not that good. No, we usually lose a couple early on while we're trying to get our sea legs going, but then we never lose after that.
Well, I'm saying, they have won.
There's a mall of
lot.
success here, Joe. We don't mess Bill Belichick. Brilliant man. Bill Belichick. He's the reason.
This is the Patriots podcast.
He's the reason why I watch. It's the coach. I love the coach doing his coachy goodness.
Would you ever make a football movie?
Yeah, I'd make a football movie. I just have to figure out how to make it interesting. Because watching them play football is not interesting.
Since Adam Sandler has done 2 football movies, let's put this back in.
Yeah. But both of those movies that one
you love, you put at the top of the Sandler
listen,
thing.
I like one, but I don't. But my God, like 40 minutes of football is played in both of those movies at the end for the third act, and I just whatever. You
saying that Sandler has retread a couple of his things?
I just say that's all football movie. I think the replacements like that too. That's just what you do in a football movie.
The Replacements?
Yeah.
You like that movie?
I mean, I've watched it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I think that's one of the ones I hold near and dear to my heart.
You really like Replacements with Gene Hackman?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, that's right.
Keanu Reeves plays this.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in a decade. Oh, my God.
Neither have I, but I watched it on an HBO thing, and I was like, I like this movie.
My friend had a DVD, we watched it. I'm like, Gene Hackman. All right, throw that in. Let's check this out.
Hold on. A little divergent. What's some other football movies? Like
one that I would do something they made that Draft Day movie. I never saw it, but that's Kevin Costner.
Dennis Leary.
I don't know. Is he in it?
Dennis Leary's
I only know Kevin Costner's in it because he's in the movie poster. He is the movie poster, but. That's something interesting. I don't know, the business side of it, or maybe some off-field stuff, or maybe this concussion movie. Maybe a football player has done something bad, and maybe the team has to decide to cover it up or not. That'd be a football movie I'd do. That'd be kind of interesting.
Did you
the politics of it or the business of it, something like that?
Did you like Friday Night Lights with Billy Bob Thornton?
I did not see Friday Night Lights.
Oh.
Not seen it.
I wasn't sure if I liked it when I first saw it.
Yeah,
but I don't think it was a bad.
Did you watch
movie.
the show?
No, I watched.
People love this show.
I need to watch that show.
People love this show. I'm
People
surprised. And they love it so much they put it on DirecTV. That's how much.
And they loved it so much they gave Kyle Chandler the Best Actor award over. No, that was the year that Cranston wasn't nominated because they had
that weird hiatus thing or something.
Yeah, it was on the summer instead of in the spring.
Weird Emmy rules. Yes.
But I'm trying to think of football movies. No, I'm trying to think of football movies that I liked. I can't think of any right now.
There aren't that many. The original Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds.
I do that. One. I'm trying to think of football movies.
What's weird is that both of Adam Sandler's football movies feel like college football movies more than football movies.
Well, one is actually a college football movie.
But it legitimately is, I know. But that's the other one that's kind of like that too, right? They're all the people, they play college teams or they play in a very minor league.
It's Sandler playing a 32-year-old man going to college.
Like a former NFL player having to go to college. No, I watched that show, Blue Mountain. That's a football show. Remember that show? It was on Netflix for a little bit. That one was pretty good. I liked that show. They're making a movie to wrap up the show because the show got canceled on Spike, which just shows how bad your show was doing.
Yeah.
Although I think it did pretty well in its first season. It just kind of got tired after that, which I would agree with. Anyway, so I can't think of that many football movies. But I guess we could look it up really easily. But
Any Given Sunday, the best football movie ever.
Any Given Sunday, that's true. That's true.
It's I've seen it. I
forgot about that. I don't know. I think that's a movie that gets overrated. That's what I think.
No, I think it's a movie that people fucking hate.
They hate it?
It's an Oliver Stone movie where Al Pacino plays a coach. No. Al Pacino's maybe he's a coach.
I think he's the coach.
But Cameron Diaz, owns the football play.
That's right.
She's the owner of the team.
Oh, Cameron Diaz. Oliver Stone. Why did you cast her? Oliver Stone.
There's a movie called The Football Factory.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we go back to 9/11, please? Can we go back to series?
Can we go back to 9/11?
Can we?
That's something that we can. Wow. Oh boy.
Let's go back to 9/11. I want to change history. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop it.
Let's.
I'm going to stop 9/11 happening.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. For the script has a lot.
Why don't we sound sincere when we say that? We really do mean it.
I'm going to do it.
We don't want that to happen.
I'm going to stop 9/11. I will not be stopped in my stopping at 9/11. I don't blame the script. The script's not a perfect script. It's got a lot of flaws and holes in it. Not holes.
I have a note about the script. Where is it?
The script's kind of flat.
The script is bullshit, riddled with cliches.
Not bullshit. It's definitely got cliches. It's definitely got a lot of easy things. But I think the actors are doing so well. I think they could pull it off, except the director holds them back. It's kind of like in Spanglish. Like, the actors aren't being used well, and the space isn't being used well around them because the director doesn't... sometimes he's trying too hard, but most of the time he's not trying hard enough.
How can we forget one of the football movies that we definitely watched a lot in middle school?
What?
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans? Rudy? I can't believe... I don't know why we watched Remember the Titans.
Because it's Denzel.
The Blind Side?
The Blind...
Oh, you just pulled it up. There's one out now, right? Like Woodlawn or something. It's in Bellingham still because Ghost Dimension can't have that screen.
Woodlawn is when football meets Christianity. It's one of those like...
It's like a college football, Alabama.
But
movie.
It's like that War Room movie.
Yeah. They've been pumping out those movies. I've seen a few of them too. They're not often that bad. They're kind of easy and lazy.
Woodlawn's got a 93% right now.
These movies aren't really that bad. Like
only 3 people have reviewed it.
Because only 3 people have seen it. Like I saw
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. That's true. I saw God's Not Dead. I saw Mom's Night Out. Like, they're okay. I mean, they're extremely...
Little Giants.
Yeah, whatever.
All the right moves.
Yeah, they're extremely propagandist, and I kind of hate that about them.
Oh, that's why I haven't watched.
Like, they pretty much beat you over the head. Like, hey, check out this, and the problems are solved extremely easily at the end of the movie too. So I'm like, But I don't know. They're not. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I admire anyone who can make a movie on very limited money. So
there's
good work, guys.
a Matthew McConaughey football movie called We Are Marshall.
I don't remember that movie. What was that movie that like came out like last year about like the team that went undefeated or something for like 57 games, and then or like a high school team, and then they lost maybe, and then they won again. I see. That's why I don't remember it, because that seems very forgettable. I don't remember it.
It sounds like
We Are Tall, something like that.
The Moneyball thing. But it's a baseball.
Moneyball. No, that was a business side. That would be a sport movie I would make.
I love that.
It's Moneyball. Like, that would be what I would do. That would be something I would do.
Mike from Breaking Bad. Do you know Mike? From...
Yeah, the guy. I had his name, Jonathan Banks.
He's
Jonathan Banks. I did not know who Jonathan Banks was when I first watched this movie, so it's kind of fun to be like, oh, you've been hiding?
Buzz Hickey.
Buzz Hickey, Season 5.
Yeah.
Season 5, and he's pretty close to playing the same role in all of these shows. He's a character actor.
He plays the same role
way.
in Better Call Saul, but that's because he's playing the
same guy. Yeah, that makes sense, Joe.
That was my dumb joke.
Yeah, well thank you, Joe.
What? Okay. I'm using this word in context because I don't like this word.
Oh, boy.
My note was, the faggot riff from Sandler, offensive to a gay man, but to you it's just a silly word like pound cake or pickle. That was like his little riff he did on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed, I don't know. I like that idea.
I buy that character saying that thing at that time. Like, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. They were going to a movie and he's like, go get your ticket, faggot, or something. And I was just like, oh. But then he explains why it's okay to say. It's like Tarantino explaining why you can say the N-word.
Yeah. It's the same idea.
This movie has a Woody Allen soundtrack. That's what I said.
This soundtrack to me was either very forgettable or like score, excruciating.
Yeah.
Like, annoying. Like, that was the fine line of the soundtrack to walk in this movie. Like, just take it out. Just put on the songs from his iPod and leave it alone at that.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the point that I didn't get to finish. Like, this should be a movie, the Hitchcocking suspense is what I'm talking about. Like, we should not know why Don Cheadle is so obsessed with this character. We should not know why this character is so messed up.
Oh, they told me right away.
Exactly. That's the problem.
That's what they're saying. Okay.
They say not only that he's a college buddy, and you go, fine, but why do you care so much? But they say, oh, the one guy died, his family died in the plane. Like, automatically we know why this guy's mad. Like, that's not fun for us. And then it feels a little too melodramatic, and it feels like this guy has to go in and save him and stuff.
The movie's very boring.
Like, yeah, there's no drama there anymore. But if you have us being like, what's this dude's deal? And then he starts like throwing temper tantrums in the dentist's office, and then immediately being like a friendly guy afterwards.
Yeah.
Like playing this bipolar stuff up. Like, that would be much more interesting if we had no idea what was going on, and then it should make that reveal a lot more palpable too.
Oh, make it what are you doing?
I'm trying to fix this. And then you have like the mother's telling you one thing that we might not fully understand, and then the landlord is telling you another thing, and then Sugar Man's telling you a third thing. Like,
Sugar Man.
Like, there's a way. there's a way to really play up this movie and really keep keep the mystery alive in all this, and it becomes a lot more of a powerful thing then. That's what I would do if I were Mr. Mike Binder. That's what I would do.
Binder.
We'll see.
Is that a movie of the week vibe?
Yeah.
My last note is Liv Tyler, terrible actress, ? But now I make that a statement.
Listen, let me tell you. Listen, here we go.
Would you ever cast Liv Tyler in anything?
No, I would not.
Just because she's Steven Tyler's daughter.
Is that really it?
That's really why she has a career.
You say that, and I look back and I go,
that makes sense.
She kind of looks like her. Like that's.
She kind of looks like her?
She kind of looks like him. Like I buy that now. She got like the lips and the face thing. I'm like, I buy that now. I buy you. I don't know. Like, here's Pat's parenting tip for the day. All right? If I were a celebrity and my kid, my kid wanted to be a celebrity too, I would say, and then have them either get regular jobs, or if they really truly want to be a celebrity, just make them do it and do it under a name that's not my name.
Yeah.
And then
later could be a celebrity, but don't use your you have to
work for it. Nobody should know that you're my daughter's son.
Yeah.
Right? They should want you for your talent. So find that fucking talent if you truly, truly want this. Because otherwise, it's like Will Smith kids. I feel like he just sort of gives it. Will Smith, I'm not judging you as a parent. That's what I think. I could be wrong. I'm saying right now I could be wrong. But it feels like a lot of celebrities just kind of give it to their kids and the kids get it. And then, whatever. Who cares?
I wrote down they're old college buddies, but they don't seem to be very close. Right?
Like that.
After they go to college, it seems like they were
that's it. But I don't know. But this is hard for me to say, because I went to college and I didn't live at college, so I don't know what that relationship is with the roommate. It seems like a lot of people I know that they're best friends or they're very good friends still with their college roommates, even if they ended up go to masters or things like that.
I'm saying these guys didn't seem like they were. I
don't know, but there seems to be just a bond there that you have to live with somebody.
You don't have his phone number.
You live with somebody for 2 years, but I don't know, he changed it or whatever. Like he says he tried to get in touch with him when he heard that it happened. He wanted to be close with him. Adam Sandler just shut him out. So.
How long do you feel like they were out of college before 9/11 took place?
So that's tough because they make it sound like they went to the same. They all did their undergraduate, but then you have to do a master's, and then you have to do a dental school thing. So it made it sound like they kind of went to all the same schools together. So I don't know, it's a tough one to call, but if that's true, maybe. But,
Sandler was 23 and 89,
yeah.
So.
I know, but this character could be anything, we don't know. He doesn't look well here. Come on, can I do my shots fired?
Oh yeah, shots fired. Who's your shot?
Puzzles. Puzzles.
Oh.
Don Cheadle's doing his wife wants to do the puzzle, and Don Cheadle's looking there like his life is miserable and he hates him and wants to kill himself, and his dog's like, I need a ride. And he's like, yeah, let's get out of here. And he's so excited. You know why? Because puzzles...
Uh-oh. Patrick doesn't like puzzles. Oh, hold up, puzzle people. Go on.
Puzzles are the...
Oh my God, you have no son how much you hate puzzles.
Puzzles are the death of the human soul.
Oh my God.
They are capitalism's victory over the middle class. They are pure...
Whoa.
They are pure time waste. You're taking something... You break it so that you can put it back together. And you already know what it's going to look like when it's done because that's the front of the fucking box. So why? Why are you I have to, every time I see someone do the puzzle, a lot of things, I let people do whatever they want to do because I truly believe in that.
Because you're not a bully?
I believe, but not even, if you want to yell at your kid, fine. If your parenting style, whatever. I don't believe in it,
You're seeing someone making a puzzle on your kitchen table,
if I see someone making a puzzle anywhere, I go, why are you doing that? Why are you dumb? That's dumb. Don't do that. Don't waste your time on the fucking puzzle. She goes, but I like it. I want to see what, I like it when it looks like it's all done. If you like how it looks like when it's all done, just look at the box. Frame the box and put that on your wall and be done with it. I hate fucking puzzles, Joe. What the fuck is the point of a puzzle? But you go put in the comments, people, the point of the puzzle, other than to kill time. Ooh. And to which I say, be thankful for the time that you have and do not waste it on puzzles.
Coming out. I used to make puzzles
when
I was a child.
Yeah.
I felt like they helped me develop my brain a little more because
they do nothing, Joe.
How?
It
was better than doing drugs.
I mean, yeah.
You're like, okay.
I'm not going to concede that point.
You're gonna come down on people not using drugs.
I'm
Just
not
like you didn't come down on not being homophobic.
All right, everybody. If someone puts a gun to your head and they say drugs are puzzles, pick puzzles, I guess. But if you're left in a vacuum and you have a choice between doing a puzzle or going for a walk or advancing your career or or furthering your family life or making something interesting or watching something interesting
puzzles
or taking a nap
all right.
Or
we don't like puzzles, we get it.
Just don't do puzzles. Puzzle done. And I said, and you know what, Joe? I used to do puzzles too. When I was an 8-year-old, I would do puzzles. That's what parents give to you when they don't want to spend time with you.
Oh, okay.
To keep yourself busy.
We know the real issue here. You got some
puzzles are tough because you do the puzzle and you go, all right, what was the point of that? I guess I better put it back in its box, break up the puzzle, throw it in the box. Looks like I'm going to start another puzzle. At some point, you realize you're a mouse in a cage chasing cheese, Joe. It's just a rat race of puzzles.
Whoa. Was not expecting this movie to be about a puzzle rant.
I just saw her doing the puzzle, and he wanted to leave.
How much of this movie was spent with her doing the puzzle?
It was the one scene, but I'm looking at that, I'm like, of course this man hates his marriage. His marriage is dead.
Because she done too many puzzles.
That's the thing. This is the activities that they do together. Puzzles. Wrong!
I feel like...
Wrong!
I feel like
You're in New York City and you're gonna do a puzzle?
I feel like I was in a relationship that did end over a puzzle being made, though.
Tell me this story.
No, I know it ends there.
Oh, I gotta know this. Tell me the story, Joe. What was happening?
No, it was just too many puzzles being built.
Puzzles are so fucking.
You know what? I'm on your side with it.
Thank you.
Fuck puzzles.
Is it the secret girlfriend? Which girl was it?
Whoa! No, there's a secret.
You told me yesterday Friday about a secret girlfriend. Remember that?
Oh.
We won't say names to get anyone in trouble, but
the secret.
Remember the secret girlfriend?
I don't remember.
With the dumb name?
Okay, let's look. We gotta move on.
Oh, come on. Which girl was it? Which girl's the puzzle girl?
We gotta move on.
Come on, Joe. Thought we were buds.
We'll talk about that off air.
Fine. Lev, keep it recording when we're done. All right, next. All right, yeah, so that's fucking puzzles, man. Did Shadow Colossus pay for this movie?
I feel like...
Or does Mike Binder just really like Shadow Colossus?
I feel like Shadow Colossus has been out for a very long time.
Like, he played Shadow Colossus, and he just really loved it, and he wanted to write a movie about it, but he also couldn't sell a movie about Shadow the Colossus, but he could sell a 9/11 movie, so he merges his two loves.
Wow. This is one for the record books. We go from a puzzle rant to you saying someone loves 9/11 and puzzles so much.
Please send all of your hate mail to lev@gmail.com.
What?
All right.
Well, Lev.
Please. Lev has the official email account, so.
Oh, poor Lev.
Lev doesn't have to check them. That's just where they go.
Just build up in there.
I will read them. I will read all of your hate mail. If you want to send hate mail to me, that's fine. Perfectly fine. Just send it away.
I got no more notes. What do you have?
You have no more notes? I have so many notes. I'm
so done with this movie.
I mean,
I liked his performance, and then I was just like...
I mean, they're most of the same. Like, I really wish... Like, especially with their first meeting, it's so awkward. It could be really cool or interesting, especially since Sandler's so defensive. Like if we didn't know what it was, and maybe we start to think that Don Cheadle's actually crazy and he doesn't know who this person is. Like there's so many cool things that could have been done.
More interesting movie.
I know, it was so much more interesting.
I would have actually wanted to take more notes for that movie.
Right, and then the crazy woman. Remember the crazy woman that wants to go down on him, right? Because her husband cheated on her and stuff.
Sure.
Right, something Saffron. I don't remember her full name because I don't think
I thought that was the same girl that was at the end.
Yeah, same girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, remember her?
Why was she even a part of this movie?
Well, because first of all, because the plot line, it starts off the plot line where he has no power at work. Okay, and then but then she comes back. And she's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna drop the lawsuit." And I go, "Oh, well, that's a very easily fixed problem. Thanks, miss, for doing that." But then she comes out with these wise words. She's like, "It just looks like you're Salone." She pretty much just tells John Cheadle exactly what's wrong with him. But it's so concise and weird coming from this crazy woman. You almost wish that they would show that with visuals, right? Like, this is a movie with a lot of talking in it, too, when it could be done with just seeing these things. You know, Joe? You're not even paying attention, Joe. You're looking on your phone.
Because I got some trivia.
You don't want to tell me some trivia.
At first, Adam Sandler declined his part because he was terrified of it.
Good.
Although he thought the character was incredible after he read the script. A month later, he reread the script and decided that he wanted to do what he wanted to do it. I think it was because he was finished filming Click, and he's like, I got nothing else to do.
No, I don't know. Look, I think Adam Sandler generally feels that he's not that talented. Like, I think Adam Sandler...
we talked about this.
He thinks he's a funny person, so he doesn't want to do these movies because he doesn't want to do a bad job at them.
And the thing is, when he does do them, he's usually really good at them, and he should really stop doing his comedies.
No, I know, but like this movie and Punch Drunk Love and probably and a little bit Spanglish, and probably Funny People.
These
characters are kind of in the same nebula. Like, they're not that far from what I imagine Adam Sandler would be at his unhealthiest. So I think Adam Sandler's...
That's good.
So I think you have to... One, you have to write for Adam Sandler, and two, you have to help Adam Sandler find in himself that version of him. It's like he has to be able to relate to this character. So Adam Sandler, and I buy it. Like, I could see Adam Sandler being like this if his family went through it. Like, that would be the type of person that Adam Sandler is. I know some people that I think are like Adam Sandler, and they would do the same thing. So like that's part of the acting, though. Like, you try to write towards what a character's spine is. You try, or what an actor's spine is, or what they would be like. You know, what kind of worlds they inhabit. You wouldn't give that role to Marlon Brando. That would be ridiculous. They're just not the same people. So I think Adam Sandler was just somewhere along the line, someone convinced him to do it, to be brave, and that he could do it. And then indeed, Adam Sandler could do it, but it does take a lot of work, and I think that's why he doesn't do it that much. He's paranoid. He just has a lack of faith in himself.
Some other trivia
But I got a lot of good ideas from this movie about what I would do with the character in our movie.
Oh, I'm very excited about this.
Right? So, like, it makes it easier. Like, watching this movie and Punch Drunk Love and probably Funny People, it's easier to write for Adam Sandler.
And The Cobbler.
And I don't know anything about The Cobbler. When we get there, we will have a good time.
It's not a comedy.
All right, well,
even though it's billed as a comedy.
No more spoilers.
Mike Binder wrote the lead role with Tom Cruise in mind, who turned it down. Of course,
Don Cheadle's role?
No, I think Sandler.
I don't think Sandler's the lead in this movie. I mean, he gets top billed because he's Adam Sandler, but, like, he's not the main character.
Isn't it Adam Sandler, Reign Over Me?
Yeah, I think it's Adam Sandler, Don Cheadle, Reign Over Me, Jada Pinkett Smith,
okay,
Liv Tyler.
Here's something about that video game you were talking about.
Yeah.
The video game that Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle play is Shadow of the Colossus, 2005.
I played that game. That game's kind of fun.
The game's great.
Yeah.
I played it too. It's a game about a man who slays Colossi in an attempt... Don't get mad at me for the way I pronounce these words. It's in an attempt to bring a woman back to life. Early scripts had Sandler play a simple 1980s-style game until editor Jeremy Roosh recalled that his own father watched the movie Aliens in 1986. We know when Aliens came out. Obsessively as a thinly veiled kind of Vietnam veteran kind of story. Seeing the imagery of the Colossi falling, he realized someone who was dealing with 9/11 would be engrossed by a giant that keeps collapsing over and over. Oh my god!
And and then wanting to bring his wife back to life.
Yeah, so
I think I buy it.
So he demonstrated it to the director and the actress with the approval of this game's director, Fumito Ueda.
Yeah,
it was included in the movie.
I mean, like when you say that, that's really neat, and adds another layer to this.
Don Cheadle is the lead, because that's who.
Of course he is.
Because it says Brad Pitt was at one point considered for the role of Charlie.
Brad Pitt was like, right?
It's just considered. I hope no one went to him first.
I don't think so.
I think Brad Pitt's great, but this is not the role I would see.
Brad Pitt's too clean for this movie.
He's too pretty.
Yeah.
Even when he's dirty, he's too pretty.
No, but the problem with the Shadow of Colossus metaphor is, like, I played that game and I didn't connect those dots. The problem is you have to. It's too much of a thinky symbolism. Like, it's too postmodern. You have to know too much about that, and it's not really a cultural thing. It's not like calling up the image of Odysseus or Agamemnon or Achilles or Clytemnestra or Hercules. You know, it's something that's not really part of the cultural ontology. It's just something that a few people might know within a very specific generation. In 20 years, that will mean nothing to people. That's all. So, I don't know, it's a little too dated of a reference to be that meaningful and that powerful. That's the danger of that type of reference. I like it from a thinky point of view, but emotionally and in the long term, I don't think it pays off that well.
Oh, not at all, because I had no idea.
And it's certainly, yeah, exactly. And you sounds like you play more than I have, and you didn't get that either. And it doesn't even look that great on camera.
Yeah.
Like in 2015, it does not look that good. and the graphics look kind of bad, so they don't even spend that much time on it, so you don't get to feel this tower falling imagery.
They did an HD remake.
It doesn't look good. That's all I'm saying. It just doesn't look good.
Another trivia fact. This is great.
I was wondering why it was in widescreen the whole time. Like, why isn't this standard? It feels like it should be standard. And it didn't look good in HD, let me tell you.
Yeah, no.
It did not transfer well. I don't think they shot it on film, though. I feel like they shot it on digital.
Yeah.
So that hurts it, too. You can't do that much with it.
At one point, Javier Bardem was going to play Don Cheadle's role of Alan Johnson.
That'd be cool.
Scheduling conflicts led to Cheadle being cast in the role instead. However, Bardem was instrumental in getting Adam Sandler cast in the film. Bardem had seen Punch Drunk Love and recommended Sandler to Mike Binder.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Javier Bardem saving the day for Adam Sandler.
This guy's a champion. What was Javier...
Yeah, what was he big for?
Do you want to know what he was doing this year? In 2007?
What?
No Country for Old Men. Winning his Oscar.
Oh my God, that's right.
So he made a very wise decision because that gave him his career.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's too soon for Old Country for Old Men, but no, that's when that movie came out. We're old. We're just old. We're just old people.
Both Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle previously appeared in films directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, Cheadle and Boogie Nights, and Sandler and Punch Drunk Love.
Oh, yeah.
Jennifer Garner was attached to play the role of Angela, but left... Who was Angela?
Is that the therapist?
Was that Liv Tyler? I hate Jennifer Garner almost as much as Liv Tyler, but I could probably stand her a little more than Liv Tyler. Yeah, all right.
I would say Jennifer Garner is a better actress.
Oh, yeah, well,
Tyler.
Better actress. But I find about hers that's so grating.
This is what I would say. This is what I would say about that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, none of that, because I don't want to be the only guy with notes here. It's pretty weird.
I have notes. I just went through them all. I went through a lot of my notes fast.
I think we know pretty much the same. Just awkward scenes, things that are not that well written, but made worse by directing. You know, a lot of people meeting people outside of buildings, just waiting for them to show up, and they looked
as much from a technical.
They were supposed to go to lunch, right? Adam Sandler has a freak out, and then the patient shows up for an appointment that she clearly didn't have because they were about to go out to lunch. So, you know, I don't know, these small little things, just things they were trying to, just little script oversights that could have been fixed very early on, and they didn't. And then, getting the good ideas for our Sandler movie. I think what would have been really cool is every time he's turning up the music to drown people out, like, let's hear that, right? Let's not hear what they're saying to us. This is not a movie where we're kind of getting beaten over the head with what the moral of this movie is, you know? I think we can figure it out. You have kind of enough here where we could, if we're once piecing it together, we can really be sucked in. Adam Sandler does great with his monologue and all, but... You know, like I said, again, the director's performance kind of hampers it, so the camera just kind of holds on him, and that'd be fine if it were like a minute, but it's like 3 minutes. Like, let's do a slow dolly in, right? Let's not just cut back and forth to Cheadle, or maybe we have them both in the frame, and then, you know, we dolly in on both, and then we just focus on Sandler, or maybe we're starting on Sandler, and then we dolly out as he's letting the world in around him, and then he can get up and leave as we still dolly out, and then that reveals Liv Tyler being there. But again... We
don't even have to reveal Liv Tyler, just keep her in the dark.
No, it's fine, because she needs to know, because he's not really saying it to him. Like, he wants her to hear it.
I'm just saying, just keep her in a closet and just don't let her out ever again.
No, I'm just... But I think that these people aren't on set at the same time, and I think that's why you get these weird, clumsy shots, because you only have $20 million and you got to be around. So essentially, you're kind of working around their schedules. This is kind of what we did with Real Love, you know, because we paid them nothing. So like that's what you have to do. So I think you have to shoot her and him and Sandler separately because they're not in the same room that much.
And Sandler's getting ready to do Chuck and Larry.
He's got a lot of prep work on that. He's a very busy man.
It's really weird that he used that faggot thing that he says.
Yeah.
And then he's going to do the movie where he's super homophobic.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait for that stuff. So they're just little directing things you could do. But, you know, and then again, like, at least for a movie that's about therapy and about getting resolved with therapy and stuff like that, like, at least it doesn't easily resolve as well as Good Will Hunting. And that one won an Academy Award.
I haven't seen Good Will Hunting.
Like, that movie, essentially, that movie just goes, hey, it's not your fault. And then what's his name? Matt Damon's like, yeah, that's not what the problem is. Matt says, it's not your fault. That's not the problem. It's not your fault. And then he cries, and then he's healed. The end. Like, that's So that
Crying is a way to heal.
But you don't like he's 30 years old, for God's sakes. He's not fixing all of his life neuroses on a couple of therapy sessions. Like Adam's.
You think Adam Sandler is 30 years old?
No, Matt Damon. I'm talking about Matt Damon in that movie. Like, it's not getting fixed. So Adam Sandler in this movie, I buy. Like the way they deal with it, I buy it. The post-traumatic stress, I buy. The way the way at least they set up the beginning of resolution is a better way to do it than just having it get resolved nice and easy. Like I don't know. These are the things I can admire about this movie. For all the other faults that it has, at least it doesn't take the easy way out, and I can appreciate that. Like I said, it'd be such an easy thing to do to give it this nice Hollywood ending, even though it's an independent film to try to sell this movie. Like that, so I'm kind of okay with that. That's all. And then you kind of have what this is a movie of misunderstandings, you know, because it feels like the parents come in, they're talking about the landlord and the landlady and the accountant being bad guys, and then those guys ended up being good guys, and the parents were the bad guys, and then it turns out the parents weren't really the bad guys. Everybody just wanted to try to do good, and they were bad at it. It's a movie about miscommunication. I just feel like you put it in the script, but you put it a little too overbearing, and then you can't make it a movie about anything else than that, and then it's just kind of a one-note thing, and then you don't direct it that way at all. Like, there are ways you could do this. That's all, Mike Binder. You just be a little smarter about it. That's all you gotta do, Mike Binder. That's it. Mike Binder. That's the only thing you have to do. That's all. These are my thoughts on how to make this movie better. There's enough here. You just give it a couple more revisions. Find another guy to help you write it, someone with a little more pedigree in it, and then go at it. But you have a neat idea here. Let's just find a way to keep it interesting for the 2 hours that it is.
Yeah, Mike, get your head out of the binder.
Right? But compared to like going halfway through these movies now, right? I think we're somewhere in that area.
Yeah, we're up to like 17 or something.
Yeah, you know, there aren't many I would pick ahead of this movie, so it's still doing some okay things.
There's a lot I would pick ahead of.
What would you pick ahead of this movie?
Almost the first half of his career.
No, not most of them. No.
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore.
I think Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Waterboy, Punch Drunk Love, and I think that would be it.
Punch Drunk Love.
I would pick 4. So this would be top 5. Everything else would be.
I put this on the lower half.
No, he's done some real crap we've been through in this one.
The episode of Anger, also directed by Mike Binder.
Episode of anger management?
The episode of Anger.
What the hell's Anger?
The Upside of Anger.
Oh, the Upside of Anger. What the hell's Upside of Anger?
It's a Kevin Costner movie.
I don't know that movie.
With Joan Allen.
I don't know it, Joe.
Kerry Russell.
Don't know that either.
He wrote and directed it, and he's an actor in it.
My good old Mike Binder wants to do it all. He's a triple threat.
He also did a movie that came out this year called Black or White with Kevin Costner. Where Kevin Costner plays a racist.
I don't know that movie either. They came out this year?
Yeah. It says 2014, but it came out in January.
Maybe I do remember that. I just didn't see it because, like, whatever.
Tavia Spencer, Bill Burr, Anthony Mackie, Gillian Jacobs.
She's everybody's in this movie.
Both written and directed by Mike Binder. Why do I keep calling him fucking Mark? What's wrong with me?
Maybe he has a brother named Mark.
He should. Can I be his brother, Mark Binder?
Yeah, you can be Mark Binder. That's fine.
Ooh. I really want to find out if it's Binder or... You know what?
What?
Let's end the podcast with finding out. Let's do your last looks.
All right,
my last looks are going to be what the fuck how his name is pronounced.
All right, fine. My last looks, I guess pretty much what I just ended the rant on. There, you have a neat idea and you just weren't able to follow through on it, and that's... You know, listen, as a young director, I mean, I'm not... You're more experienced than I am, of course, Mr. Mike Binder, but... this is a problem that a lot of young directors can find. You know, getting these ideas in your head onto it. You have to translate them first onto a screenplay, and then you have to translate that to actors, and then you have to translate it to a crew for the sets and the costumes and the lighting, and then you have to translate it once again in the edit room. Like, there's a lot of translation that happens here, and a lot of things can get lost in those translations, and it'd be hard to kind of lose your touch, and so the way to do it, you might want to staple it down with these obvious things, with these cliches, with these overbearing messages, with these one-note stories, and you can kind of miss what you're trying to get at, a deeper universality. I don't know. I've yet to figure out how to do that too well. It's sort of a trial and error thing. You try to just sort of rely on moments more than what they're actually saying, and then you can find the truth in that than what they're saying. Mike Binder, huh? Yeah. Well, Joe.
Okay.
All right, you know, fuck the last looks I just said. My last looks are that Joe's an idiot, and I'm awesome. Those are my last looks. All right, Joe, what are your last looks?
I apologize.
Yeah, that should be your last.
I apologize.
All right, Lev, don't worry. We're going to wrap it up. I'd like to thank Mr. Mark Binder for joining us here today.
Mike Binder.
No, you're Mark Binder.
Okay. I come off as a real asshole on this one.
I'd like to thank Joe Mark Binder Vekeman for joining us out here. You can check out his website, www.willthisfitinmymouth.com. And of course, as always, I'm Patrick Scale, www.quixoticunited.com.
Great website.
www.quixoticunited.com. You can find our shorts and our feature length and some other cool stuff we'll be working on soon, coming out the beginning of 2016. Of course, the always talented Lev Van Renselaar on the audio boards. I'd like to thank our sponsor. I don't have to name them yet, though. We're going to save that for another podcast. Joe, everybody, thanks for listening. Joe, say goodnight.
Good night.
I wonder why certain people come in my life. I wonder why I get in so many fights. I wonder why sometimes things just don't go right. Why I gotta live this life. Hey, hey, I wonder why certain people come in my life. I wonder why I get in so many fights. I wonder.
Okay, let's do this then, Joe. Ready to go?
Let's do it.
Okay. So here's the deal, right? So when I'm watching The Difficult People, right, and they met like this young YouTube star, right, and they're all mad because she's like 19, they're like in their 30s and stuff, and she's all successful and shit, right?
This is very current.
I know. This is what I deal with, and
this is what everybody in Hollywood
I
deals with.
hate it, and
because they can't control the Vine and the.
And it's
YouTube
just
people.
so dumb. I remember they showed her videos, and I don't know if she's a real person or not, but like just the dumbest things, and I'm just like, oh, why would people want to watch this? I just don't understand. So, but she finds the YouTube star, and they have a conversation. She's like, I'm trying to be famous too, and she's like, oh, what's your brand? And then the lady's like, I don't. What does that mean? I don't know what that's not that. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe I need a brand, right? What's my brand, Joe? Joe, what's my brand? What's Quixotic United's brand?
Oh, are you going to introduce our sponsor today?
What?
You're going to introduce our sponsor today?
No, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what the brand is. Like, what are we trying to do? Like, what is our brand? I mean, I don't know what her brand is. Like, marketing is not my...
Her brand is probably like...
maybe. I don't know.
Hold on. What?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a YouTube brands, like Bounty paper towels or something.
No, like, that's not what that means. Like
No, that's what that means.
No, it's not. She's talking about like what like when they think of her, what do they think of? What are the qualities they assume? Like when you think brownie paper towels, you think something. You think quality or thing.
You think
that's what it is.
Quality mess picker upper.
Yeah. So what do you think of when you think of her though? Like so when you think of Paul Thomas Anderson, he has a brand. When you think of Adam Sandler, he has a brand.
Shots.
Yeah, exactly. So what's my brand? What am I trying to do artistically? What is my goal? What am I trying to do? Like, I have a lot of... West TV, when that goes up, has a lot of weird crap. It's a lot of disparate stuff.
You're supposed to figure out your brand in your 30s. If you're...
That girl was 19. She knew it. I'm so old already, and I'm nowhere, Joe.
Oh, man. We're going to go back to another hole.
We're down in the rabbit hole now.
Starting really dark.
I just know I got to figure out... Let's think about this. Let's think about this during this podcast,
okay.
right? What the brand of either myself or Quixotic could be, you know?
You know what your brand is?
What?
9/11.
Not my brand. All right. Okay. Yeah. Too soon, Joe. Too soon.
Not soon enough.
Too soon, Joe.